Oh, philosophy. We want to talk about philosophy. Big words. Epistemic trespassing. Dunning-Kruger effect. Wow, man. Psychological complexes of inferiority. Like, it's a dominant of psychology, but we can use it as an argument sometimes. And dominant philosophy. Because philosophy encompasses almost everything. Well, philosophy is asking questions about life, the meaning of life, all the aspects of life, and trying to find the answer using the help of the science. That's all. So there was so many philosophers like Immanuel Kant, Nietzsche, I don't know, German philosophers mostly, like Martin Heidegger, which is allegedly being called the father of existentialism, beside Søren Kierkegaard, the Danish guy, I think. And there was a criticism of Bertrand Russell, the great Russell, about Heidegger. He says it's extremely obscure and highly eccentric in its terminology, and eccentric means strange, unconventional, and he dismissed Heidegger existentialism as psychological observation masquerading as logic rather than genuine philosophy. It means it was they use words like design, being toward death, the nothing. What the fuck the nothing is? It doesn't mean anything. Like nothing, what is nothing? Can you imagine nothingness? What is nothing? Absence of something. Okay, what is absence of something? Can you imagine there's space, there's nothing? Even in an empty space, there are things in it, according to theoretical physics. I don't know. Waves, related to quantum mechanics or electromagnetic waves, and this not electromagnetic waves, cosmic radiation. I'm not sure. You can check. I don't memorize all of these things. I check it up. I look it up. And and there was Hegel, with his dialectic, thesis, antithesis, and synthesis, which actually they're associating this to Hegel. He was saying something related to this, and I'm not gonna get into the thesis, antithesis, and synthesis because it needs a great example to intuitively describe it. But the thing that I want to focus here is can we talk simply? Yes, we can. We actually can speak simply. There is no proof that we can't do otherwise. And I don't need to prove that I can talk simply. I just try and I get there. Always. And if you can't, you didn't understand it. What's the audience and public of philosophy? It's human beings. What's the point of philosophy? It's making life better. Better in what sense? It's just make it a little bit more rational, clear, or just analyze life and say we can rationalize life, but rationalizing life, take the juice out of it, metaphorically. So let's stop rationalizing. This process itself is philosophy. You see? So the public is ordinary human beings. It's not the elites who know what eccentric means, or I don't know, masquerading psychological observation as logic. Forget about terminologies. Completely forget about terminologies. And design. What the heck is design? Oh, you need to go and read 10,000 pages, or at least 200 pages, fully to understand that, or pass a couple of courses in logic. Okay, you've done that. Okay, just tell me what design is. Oh, you need to go and pass it, otherwise. Philosophy is not mechanical engineering. Even in mechanical engineering, advanced mechanical engineering, any term that you choose, intuitively, you can describe it simply, with no exception. For example, forget about mechanical engineering, let's go to something way much more abstract and complicated. Theoretical, abstract, highly abstract, quantum complexity. There's a conjecture called quantum PCP theorem, or conjecture of quantum PCP. So you can break it down. I've done that in the LinkedIn page that I have. I described it. So It's one of the most abstract problems of the most abstract domains of science. And philosophy is not harder than philosophy is related to language. I don't like Wittgenstein, but anyway. And it can describe highly complicated words in philosophy. Like when we talk about meaning, what do we talk about? You can break it down. Why not? It needs thinking. The beauty of philosophy is it debunks the pretension of people. Philosophy is not about light is on or off. Am I here? I'm not here. It depends on your perspective about it. Doesn't matter that I'm here or not here. Or do we live in a matrix or not? Well, that movie made up a couple of $1 billion. So apparently people who are very, very superficial and arrogant and megalomaniac and narcissist, they mock philosophy and they care about money. And they ask this kind of stupid questions that, philosophy is about the light being on and off, but or am I here or I'm not here? Well, this question was depicted in the movie Matrix and other movies like Defending Your Life with Meryl Streep and Albert Brooks. And the French franchise of Matrix got about a couple of $1 billion, or at least $1 billion in box office. So this question matters. Anyway, there's one other thing that they do is basically being pedantry, pedantic. I don't care about the word. It's I say about 10,000 words. One of them is not on march, it's at march, the grammatically correct way of saying it. Okay, but the meaning, based on the context, is completely comprehensible. Say, this guy is an idiot. He doesn't know the difference between on march and at march. The person who makes this criticism is a psychopath, a loser, emotionally completely immature, illiterate emotionally. And what else? When I talk and I say, I love you, this is semantic, means the meaning of the words in a sentence or phrase or expression or whatever. And it has 3 layers, everything that anyone says. Intention, emotion, and the meaning of the word, in the sentence. So I love you is it's an emotional thing. It's supposed to be positive and shows the affection and love of someone towards someone else. And love is somehow ineffable, ineffable. It means you cannot describe it with words that much. But let's say I like you very, very much. It means I love you. So what's a positive emotion? Is there any positive emotion behind what I say? That matters too. And what's my intention of saying this? Is it marrying you, being my girlfriend, or just saying goodbye and adios? So at least three layers. Anything that I say, I love you. Yeah, sure. I love you. It's different. It's how you present it. So the emotion matters, and this is an extremely important thing in teaching. The most important job of the world is teaching, as one of the most low-paid jobs. It's not paid well at all. Teaching, not as a lecturer, not as a professor of high school, teacher of high school, or it doesn't matter what you teach, where do you teach, at what position. As long as you teach and you're a teacher, not going to get paid that much, unfortunately. If you become a Jordan Belfort, a motherfucker from Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street, who scammed a lot of people, and become a motivational speaker, sure, why not? For any motivational speech you're gonna give, you're gonna make lots of money. And what else? So it's important, to break down things, because let's say I think everything you need to know has been said in the history of humanity. It all that matters is just like, you search it correctly, and then you understand it intuitively. So we one of the most important theorems of logic after Aristotle was Kurt-Gödel's incompleteness theorem, the first one and second one. You need to know what's a consistent formal system, or like in a logical system. What is logic? What is logic in the notion of logic, and what is logic in our real life? And just ask a random guy what is incompleteness theorem of Kurt-Gödel and what does it entail, and most likely no one can answer. That's a huge problem, because what the academics in the history said is not bad. It was great, but it was not complete. Like, I criticize Karl Marx, and also the private property and means of distribution, and the principles of communism and Marxism and Leninism, also like vanguard party or democratic centralism, and this kind of thing. Big words, right? But what does it entail? Speak simply. That's extremely important. And when I talk to someone and say, "Oh, you need to go and read," you read. You need to be able to explain it simply. If you can't, go fuck yourself. Simple as that. And Einstein said, it's important. It doesn't mean anything that Einstein said is correct, but like the guy spent a lot of time thinking. So the probability that what he said has at least some value and worth to it, it has merit, and it's worthy of a little bit of attention, at least, is very high. The probability is very high that what he said might be correct, or what he said is worthy of attention. So the role of academia and education is not to make you memorize theorems and tell, "Oh, I know the rules of thermodynamics, principles of the laws of thermodynamics, or laws of Newton by heart." That doesn't matter, because you can look it up easily. What matters is it's how they teach you how to think. Thinking. And what is thinking? One of the elements of thinking is Socratic dialectic. And thank you so much. Peace out, bitches.